Hey, you're on YouTube. Hey, I'm Josh with Orlando Street Vans. We're co-hosting with Green Demon Vans out here for Turkey Van Run 2018. Bruce Rossmeyer, Destination Daytona, right? Thank you for the support, everybody. So this is the electric Boogaloo, 1977 Dodge Shorty. I did all the custom paint work. I started on it and I got it in 2015, and I started on it right away, just making it my own van. And then in 2016, New Year's Day, I took it off the road. I made it a major project. I had big bay windows right here that I filled in. I had big slider windows here that I filled in. The roof was rotted out. I repaired all the rust on it and went through it and made it a major project. And all this paint work is done by me. I started June of 2017 with the silver metal flake and doing the candy. I started on the roof, got it finished so I could get my ladder out of the shop. All of this in a 2-car garage. And anyway, I wanted to have a badass van, but I didn't want to have the baddest van. I just wanted to do what I knew how to do, and this is what I knew how to do. So this is what you would call a street custom. It doesn't have molded in flares. It doesn't have shaved door handles. It doesn't have a lot of body mods. This is just bolt-on accessories, how you would see a street custom on the road. And it was my idea to do the double porthole windows. Those are kite windows that should be straight up and down. And I just turned them this way and staggered them because we're gonna use this van, and I've got a kid that's growing up in the back. My son Smooth loves it. We'll be in the back seat, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But I want him to be able to see out the back and to be able to enjoy growing up in the van, because this is gonna be our soccer practice machine. This is gonna be BMX racing, everything, trailer hauling. This is not gonna be a show queen. This is just gonna be my van forever, not for sale, so don't think about it. Here, come check out the back. So, this is what it looks like, for real. I wasn't worried about putting all the stuff out for the show, because this is what it's always gonna look like. This is the back. I've got rear AC, speakers back here, lights. I did my kind of simulated partition in the back to give it the 70s partition from the boom boom room to the living room. And I've got my rear AC unit under this upholstered box back here. Royal blue carpet, diamond stitch with white metal flake upholstery, like diner upholstery. I did all the door jambs in it. Instead of bleeding off the outer color into the door jambs, I want to do something totally different in there. All the jambs around the van kind of are themed the same. And while you're in the back, if you pan up to the underneath the roof wing, or anywhere you want, there's so much to talk about. But underneath, I did the patterns and I did the roof patterns up there. You might see a little buffing compound I didn't get off, but hey, I wasn't into detailing and wiping my van down before the show. I just wanted to come have a good time and get it out here for everybody to see for the first time. So the van is completely flaked out. That was the way to do it for me, because I figured I'd never do it again. But I've got the matching sun visor and roof wing, and I actually lowered it down 2 inches further than a normal roof wing or a sun visor would be, to give it more of an aggressive look. And then I tied in the paint so it kind of looks like from a distance the sun visor is a part of the roof. And also the roof wing is done the same, and they kind of mimic each other with the curves and stuff, so they went together well. But the roof, I didn't want to do the whole center piece of it, because nobody's going to see the center piece. So just the edges I thought would look nice and detailed. And then I brought the theme of the paint on the roof down to the hood. That way it kind of looked uniform when you were standing in front of it. And then I shaved the emblems, the Dodge emblems off the hood. I shaved the antenna hole off of here. We live in Florida, so I have to keep the wipers. I got the grill custom made from Glory Grills out of California. They're on Instagram and Facebook, I believe. It's 3/4 tube with 1/4-inch spacing, Phantom, full Phantom with curved ends, triple chrome plated. I got the Fender Flares and the chin spoiler kit from John Koterba out in Illinois. He mailed those to me, and with those you got to have the proper pumpkin fog lights to fill the holes. I didn't want them mounted on top of the bumper or below the bumper. I wanted them like looking proper and fitted, like detailed in there. And Bill Connor gave me the Keep On Vannin'. He said that's got to go on. I blacked out my turn signals and just taped off little arrows back there, so when the turn signals come on, I just get a little directional arrow. All the candy paint fades. I've got pink, I've got blue, purple, burgundy, teal, all kinds of different ideas, but I wanted a lot of the silver to show because the silver flake is what pops. And it's also got rainbow, a little bit of dusted rainbow flake in there for the extra razzle dazzle. I used to have, when I first got the van, I used to have tripod mirrors on it. And I welded in the tripod mirrors, and I sourced out for some original Dodge street van mirrors and polished those at home on my little polishing wheel. And those really set the look for the street van custom, street custom look. And I like tinted windows. It's Florida, man. Those fishbowl windows are hot. I've got my wife's name right here, Runaround Sue. Got to do that for her. Josh is on the other side. My son Smooth, his name is on this door because that's his back room back there. Real quick before we go inside, I'll check the interior out. I've got Thrush side or outsiders polished. I polished them on the polishing wheel at my house. They're just raw aluminum polished up, straight pipes. 318, 727, bone stock. This thing rides and sounds as mean as it looks. My wheels are Kreger 15x8 in the front, full reverse with Cooper Cobra tires, radials, raised white leather, gotta have that. I've got Kreger spinners, and then if you get a close-up of inside the wheel, I've got painted dust covers. I did them like little bubblegum balls with all the candy colors that I used. It's metal flake and then the candy paint with clear coat on them, and put them on before you put the wheels on. I incorporated the paint designs that are on the roof into two other different panels. So I did this style in this belt line, and I also utilized that same style down here with my endless tube lines. I just used all the colors all the way down so that I had a medium of something, something, something. It all matched. In this area, I did bold candies, and then I moved the bold candies down here as well. All of this paint is done with House of Color candy concentrate that I mixed myself, like to the tint that I want. And then all the clear on it is House of Color Show Clear. So I knew that I wanted this to last and be preserved for a long time. So House of Color Show Clear has the best UV rated high solid clear. So I spent the money, and I did some nice artwork back here with the old fan instead of just leaving it blocked in silver. And I've got pink, purple, and teal, all the fades, so all 4 Fender Flares match. I didn't want to shave my marker lights. That's a lot. I've done a lot, and I just wanted to keep it simple, but have a nice street custom, not a full custom van, but I was going for the street custom look because I'm going to use this van all the time. The rear wheels are 15x8, or I'm sorry, 15x10 Kreger. I've got the knockoff spinner. I also have the all 4 wheels have the painted in, the insert in candy and metal flake for the detail. Like accessories, I like accessories. And then if you guys want to move inside and check it out, we can go there next. So the upholstery of the electric Boogaloo van is done in all white metal flake diner vinyl upholstery. It's all shiny, it's cleanable, it's very sparkly. All the carpet is done where I wanted it to look like a 15-piece carpet kit with the white piping. And the upholstery guy said that he could do diamond stitch in my center floor mat, and that is just absolutely killer. If you can tell, it's got stitched diamonds in the padding. And so I can take that out, knock it out, keep it clean instead of not having a floor mat. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. My front seats are Glaval custom van seats that have been reupholstered to have that vintage kind of period correct look. The blue accents is blue metal flake diner upholstery, the piping. All the stitching is done with blue thick stitching. I want it to really stand out with royal blue stitch. And then I've got the electric Boogaloo embroidered on the front of both seats. That was done by the upholstery guy, which is Doug with Drop Top Upholstery in Lockhart, Florida. He really did a jam up job for me. He knocked it out. Both front seats swivel back and forth and recline. The headliner is done to match, diamonds all the way from front to back. I've got a DVD player flip down for my kiddo. He's got headphones. It also works through the whole stereo system. So right now we've got Smurfs in there. And I've got some overhead lighting, not too much. I don't want to blow this van up at night. I built a partition. I kept it medium. I didn't want it to go down low. I didn't want it to go up real high, but I still needed the seat to be able to fold out into bed formation. And when the seat folds out into a bed, which we slept on last night, it comes out here. And then I've got a third piece that folds down. So it's actually a nice kind of queen size bed. And with the curtains, so you can still shove stuff underneath the seat. I've got rear AC. I robbed that overhead console out of a van out of the junkyard and had it fitted and wrapped with the speakers that work perfect. AC ducting behind all the wall panels. I've got a secondary AC unit behind the back seat, passenger side corner with a nice decorative cover and proper ventilation. Again, the kite windows absolutely worked out perfect with the look from the inside out. We've got the overhead console is also got from John Koterba. It's a fiberglass wraparound fitted for a mid-Dodge. And I've got my CB radio, I've got an equalizer, I've got a noisemaker, and I've got a bunch of other buttons to go in, but I just got the fog light button in for now. It does hinge down. You take 2 screws out of the right and left side and it hinges down towards the dash, so you can service everything and then hinge it back up and put your screws in and your button caps and you're good to go. Got a chain steering wheel, and I've got a really nice dash pad on the top that is diamond stitch with the blue piping and the blue stitching. Really looks nice. Factory AC, 1977 Dodge, you know, with the 318 factory. It works, blows icicles at your face. The doghouse cover has been done with a pocket that matches the pocket on the both of the back of the front seats. Which I thought was really cool, and I've got tons of stuff stashed in those pockets as well. And all right, so we're back in the cockpit again. This is my wife's side. I did some hot pink endless tube lines up here for her to feel womanly, and I've got a nice little pinstripe fogged in to go all the way around the inner door jamb and then down. Got the polished stainless step tread plate for the carpet. Got a little bit of paint in the door jambs, looking good. Piped out floor mat cover just for the detailed look. Carpeted up onto the firewall, and yeah, it's crazy. I'm actually mind blown. Down here below the door panel, I've got more endless tube lines, just trying to fill up the space and not leave anything bare. I'm not really into pinstriping. I got the lettering done, but I just wanted to fill up the stuff with my artwork, and it fits. It works real well. I'm very happy with where I put stuff and how it turned out. And got the armrests wrapped in white, and I did a silver metal flake on the mid-Dodge bezel that's back here. Brand new door rubbers and window scrapers and door channel seals all through, I forget where. Somebody turned me on to new rubbers and everything, so the whole van's got new rubber all the way around, everywhere except the vent wing rubber. That was the original. They don't sell that for a mid-Dodge. Yep, the overhead console, if you see it from here, you can see the diamond stitch underneath that matches the dash pad. That was a request I had for the upholstery guy to really make the dash pad and the overhead console match just for the hell of it. And so the upholstery guy really knocked it out of the park. We're really happy with the way that turned out, and I hope it lasts forever with that vinyl. It's not like having shag or anything like that holds dust. This is very cleanable and wipeable. So, and then Geet with L&N signs, hand painted these on over the clear coat. I told him I wanted this font. I told him he had this room to work with on each side, and I told him, you do you, I like green. And so he thought that that would be the best outfit, and I tell you what, I couldn't ask for a more professional job. Geet with L&N Striping out of Ocala, Florida. He's on Instagram at L&N Striping. That's Ellen and Geet. They're a lettering and striping team. They do phenomenal work. I want to definitely shout out to them. And I did all the paint work in my 2-car garage at home. House of Colors, like I said. Doug with Drop Top Upholstery did the upholstery for me in 3 weeks. Don't ask me how much, because it was, oh yes, back here, the back door. So Electric Boogaloo is from a 1984 movie that was made called Breakin' 2 and Breakin' to the Electric Boogaloo, and it was about breakdancing. And I was born in 1979, and in 1984 I was probably 5, I think. And breakdancing and doing all that stuck, and I knew that this van was going to be electric. So pop, lock, and drop was a breakdance slang term, and I wanted that on the back instead of keep on trucking, or instead of don't hit me my van, or whatever. I thought pop, lock, and drop was very fitting, and I hope nobody mistakes it with a Scooby-Doo van, because this is the Boogaloo van. And so, yep, I've got the back window louvers to match. I metal flaked those and candy painted them blue with the kind of purple hue to match this purple, the ring that goes around there. And still got all the door handles, still got all the door locks. Didn't really try to shave much but the antenna and the emblems on the front. And yeah, this is the Electric Boogaloo. Hope you guys can see it in person. I hope to have it at Van Nationals, and we're gonna convoy up. This will be driven, not trailered. It runs and drives so good. Yeah, we'll be up there. So is that 2019 Van Nationals? Look for the Electric Boogaloo van. We like to party, Orlando street vans. Like I said, we're out here at Turkey Van Run 2018, Destination Daytona, Bruce Rossmeyer, partying, having a good time. All the club members are out here. The weather is beautiful. And debuting the Electric Boogaloo van for the very first time in public today. The 17th of November 2018, Electric Boogaloo van hitting the streets. If you see me on the road, buy me a beer. Josh, Orlando Street Vans, Electric Boogaloo van. Enjoy the video.
People's Choice Award. These are pineapples. No pineapples, can we these? Okay. I'm gonna push it too far.